Welcome back, everyone. We've been talking about the 2019 presidential race and the issues raised. Chances of the candidates, especially that of the ruling APC and the main opposition PDP. The PDP started its campaign from the northwestern region of the country. And you know what that means politically? They're poking the APC candidate Buhari because he's always had a very good outing from the northwest region. Let's get the thoughts of the PDP on this one. We talked earlier to Mr. Rahim Adedoyin, an APC chieftain. Let's hear from the spokesperson of the PDP presidential campaign and the former Minister of Aviation, Mr. Osita Chidoka. He also joins us from our Abuja studio. Many thanks for coming on the program. You heard there, Mr. Osita, where the Vice President said there is a gang up against President Muhammadu Buhari. Why the gang up?
Thank you very much, Seun. There is no gang up against President Buhari. What has happened is that President Buhari has destroyed the coalition that brought him to power. He is not capable of maintaining a coalition. The APC is a very divisive party. And because of the divisiveness and anchored on gross incompetence, what has happened is that the coalition, the winning coalition that brought him to power, he could not maintain that coalition. So the coalition has fallen apart. APC was a special purpose vehicle designed to wrestle power out of the PDP. That goal was achieved. But once that goal was achieved, he was incapable of transforming the special purpose vehicle into a governing coalition. So APC remained in a special purpose mode. It remained in the mode of an opposition party. So what you see happening today is that all over Nigeria, I mean, is it gang up that the APC members in Imo State have decamped to another party? Is it gang up that APC have 700 cases in the courts just arising out of the primaries of 2018? Is it gang up by anybody that the Zamfara State APC members have moved to another party? In Ondo State, the members and aides of the governor have moved to another party. So I think that what is happening is not a gang up. What is happening is the outcome of incapacity, outcome of inability to build a governing coalition. And that is majorly the reason why the country is suffering. What is happening in the country today is that we have a value destruction that is unprecedented in the history of Nigeria. In the 3 years of APC, great value has been destroyed.
Let's look at it from
undiversified. Our foreign investors have taken off out of Nigeria. Nigeria does not receive as much foreign direct investment as it used to. Our country is at war with itself across all tiers of the government, both in the formal war with the Boko Haram and co.
Let's look at it from this point of view. When you say, when the Vice President, just a moment, when the Vice President said there is a gang up, let's look at it from this point of view. Could it be the gang up in the sense that the President is leading the country to a place where it's good, and they gang up because they just want to take power? Because that looked like what it seemed also in 2015 when the coalition you mentioned also came. Is it that the PDP is jittery of the capacity, the political capacity of Buhari in terms of election votes that he's garnered over the years?
Absolutely not. Nobody's jittery. What is the APC that is jittery? When they talk about a gang up, it shows that they are jittery. Because if they are not jittery, they won't be talking of a gang up. If you are ideologically divided in a party, it is a different ball game when a party has ideological divisions. This is the path we want to go, and this other section of the party does not want to go this path. So in an ideological party, you have the Bolsheviks and the Mensheviks in Russia who differed on the way of achieving the communist revolution. In political parties, you find that in the Republican Party, there are those in the far right of the Republican Party. There are those that are moderates. So you have the Tea Party group. You have the different groups in the Democrats. You have people that are on the far left and those that are supporting Bernie Sanders and those that support Mrs. Clinton. But they all remain in one party. All they want is let their contending views be heard. So if APC was properly structured, what you could see is that there may be those who say, where the president is taking us is not the right way. So we will fight within the party to change direction of the party. But what is happening is that there is no direction. There is no motion. People cannot see a pathway for the party. So individuals in the party have, left the ship. A ship is sinking. You don't wait until the ship. The Titanic has hit.
Yeah.
The Titanic has hit the iceberg. So you can't wait until the ship collapses, goes under before you take off. So people are taking off because the ship is sinking.
Mr. Chidoka, was it deliberate that your party flagged off his campaign from the Northwest region? Was it that deliberate?
Well, it's deliberate to the extent that we want to tell Nigerians that what happened in 2015 when we had a country divided by its fault lines, by a hate-filled campaign by the APC, dividing the country across north and south, Christian and Muslim, that division does not exist today. So the support that was constructed in the north at that time, today we have two Northerners, two Muslims, two Fulani men confronting each other. So the campaign takes off from Sokoto, showing Nigerians that the election is going to be about issues. What we did in Sokoto was to show Nigerians and everybody in the international community that Nigeria is not going to be divided to its fault lines. We want to cover up that division that the APC instilled in Nigeria in 2015.
All right.
So Sokoto remains a bellwether, an announcement that Nigeria is on track, PDP is on track to unify the country.
Let me get your view on, and if you may, just wrap up the program with that thought. And it's going to be on the issues of what the PDP and its candidate, Atiku Abubakar, is bringing to the table and how he hopes to tackle some of the major challenges confronting the nation. The issues of how the present government is fighting insecurity, how they are handling the issues of the economy, and how they are fighting corruption. Your candidate said he wants to grow Nigeria. The question is that how does he want to do that? If in just a minute, if you can wrap up the show for us on that.
So the three-pronged mission of Atiku Abubakar and the PDP is one, to unify Nigerians again. So once we unify Nigerians, the template for fighting corruption, the template for fighting insurgency and insecurity will change. Once we unify Nigerians, it will be us versus them. Second one is we want to secure Nigeria. We want to have a template to review our security infrastructure. This government have 3 years to go into what I call structural review of our security architecture. The security architecture we have today obviously does not seem to be capable of rising to the challenges of insecurity in Nigeria today. So I believe that once PDP comes back to power, we are the party that knows how to structurally change institutions. We change the pension problem from a pension amount that was huge, debacle, to a pension system now that has 8 trillion. We brought in the National Health Insurance Scheme. We brought in the EFCC and the ICPC. So we know the DNA of these organizations. We're going to go back and ensure that fighting corruption moves into a preventive and proactive fight against corruption. It will not be a catch-the-teeth fight against corruption. It will be a preventive anti-corruption tactics to make sure that nobody gets the opportunity of stealing the money because of the transparency that we will put around government. So we will unify, we will secure, and we will grow the economy.
Mr. Osita Chidoka, if we go on, there are lots to talk about, definitely, but we'll get more time to talk about these in the coming days as the campaigns are open now. Well, that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for being part of it. I'm Sean Okimale. Bye-bye.